me. Today, I actually do not have my normal technology pieces, but it's all right. I hope you all can still hear me. So, let's get into it. So, today, we have a pretty cool topic that I want to talk about. It's going to be basically considered Stoicism for fun. Sounds pretty awesome, right? I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah, Stoicism. Yeah. Well, of course, before we get into anything else, let's go ahead and hit the entire segment, or should I say our first segment after the introduction, of course. Today, I have on my white shirts, white dress shirts, with my gray suit vest. I have on a red, white, and blue tie. I also got on some cufflinks. Yeah. And I have on some dark blue trousers with a gold window pane pattern. And some black socks with white polka dots. And some dark brown Oxfords. So yeah. Oh, and of course, last but not least, I have on some suspenders. Anyway, so today, without further ado, let's get into it. So today we are talking about Stoicism. So let's start out with the basic definition of Stoicism. Stoicism is the endurance of pain or hardship without the display of feelings and without complaint. Now, this might register as many different things to many different people as far as what the ancient philosophy is about. This ancient philosophy can actually be used in all age groups. This can be used from K through 12 and adults of any ages, whether it be, of course, like I said, like a senior in high school or a senior citizen. So basically, Stoicism is about when pain hits, everyone experiences a pain or hardship at a certain point in life. And basically, what it's about is how is it that you are going to handle it? See, sometimes that is the thing that sets different people apart. If you ever one of the biggest things in life lessons to learn about sometimes, whether that be hierarchy or how certain people got in certain places that they got to, it can be simply known as how they may have handled some hardships in life. This can even affect self-esteem or things like that. How you view yourself, how you might view the world, how you might go about certain situations, your response to certain situations being brought up to you. Many people you have those who were built honestly to face these types of situations head on and say, okay, we're going to go through it. This is what we're going to do. And then you have those who may not approach these types of situations the same way through Stoic philosophy. So, for short, yes, it is considered basically Stoic philosophy or being a Stoic. So, we actually have many different leaders in the past who were known as great Stoics or people who practice this type of philosophy. As of course, it is a leadership skill to possess, basically to have, to acquire, something to just put in your book sack or your backpack for my younger viewers. So, yeah. This can also affect basically, you can also think of this with, if you're any of you from grades K through 12, you can also view this as a way of, with your friends. Keep in mind, most of you all you're young, you've been in the world for no more than 20 years, maybe not even 15, and of course, counting down. So with that being said, you're dealing with friends and classmates and people all around in your age group who are finding themselves and just discovering what their first chapter of their life is about, just like you are. So this means that when they don't know how to process certain things, a lot of you all are just starting to face hardships and pain, and you're just starting to, I guess, eat those boxes of nails and staples or whatever you want to call it that many adults, including probably your parents, may or may not eat every day. You're just starting to get a taste of that. You know how whenever you are kind of starting to figure out like your favorite food or whatnot, you have to, taste test or things like that. Well, that's basically what this is about. You know, how they say like you pick your battles, pick your challenges. Well, you're just starting to understand these things. So sometimes remember, if something happens between you and a friend and something happens, just like based off how the both of you are processing it and taking it, you're learning more about yourself, but you're not the only one learning about yourself. They are also learning about yourself as well, and vice versa. You're learning about them, and so are they learning about them. It's not concrete. A way they might have approached something is probably something that they may be dealing with, struggling with, this and that. Sometimes we never know where certain behaviors come from, in other words. So, issues that happen in grade school, I'm not telling you there's dad to brush them off. They make impacts on you. I get it. They do. However, it's not the end of the world. It's not. It's just the beginning, basically. And look at it this way. The world is full of pain because think of it like this. Without pain, there's no purpose. Pain has a very funny way of producing purpose. You may not even realize it at first. Honestly, if you're having a conversation with someone, they may not even realize it at first. Y'all might just be talking. You might even notice a pause and then a continuation. Maybe it's something that they said that they paid attention to. Maybe it's something that you might even said that might have just entered their mind at a different time. So keep those things in mind. Even when it comes to networking, work situations, things like this, you have to also understand that sometimes when you're put in certain situations, everything happens for a reason.